From CBS News Bay Area, this is the Afternoon Edition.
Right now on the Afternoon Edition, the Oakland Coliseum getting a new boost from a sport gaining popularity worldwide and here in the Bay Area. Thanks for being with us this Wednesday afternoon. I'm Ann Makovic. Cricket, the world's second most popular sport, is coming to Oakland. Major League Cricket is debuting the sport for the first time on the West Coast at Oakland's Coliseum. Today, city lawmakers and league execs announced the opening season event at the Coliseum. Some of the best cricket players in the world will play alongside some of the Bay Area's local talent during a week-long event that kicks off MLC's third season, and that is going to run June 12th through the 18th before traveling to Texas and Florida. Oakland leaders say there's no better place for Major League Cricket.
Our region here in Oakland and the surrounding county and the surrounding region has the highest proportion of cricket fans in America. We have fans, we have players, we have competitors, we have people who've played amateur, we have people who've played professional, and we have people who have been dedicated fans getting up in the middle of the night to watch games in other parts of the world will now be able to come live here and watch it in person at the Oakland Coliseum.
This 7-day event is projected to deliver a $3 million economic boost to Oakland. City representatives say this is yet another sign of a comeback for the Coliseum and Oakland. On Saturday, more than 26,000 fans filled the Coliseum for the Oakland Roots inaugural home opener. To our first alert weather now, we're feeling quite a change from just a day ago. Today it is cooler and cloudier across the Bay Area. Meteorologist Jessica Birch is here with our weather forecast.
Well, from record-breaking heat to very chilly conditions into this afternoon, our daytime highs are dropping significantly as we head into the next couple hours. I mean, we're talking about 60s in the forecast today in San Francisco, where just yesterday we were around 81 with sunny skies all around us. Now, we actually broke records down into the Santa Clara Valley, too. With 70s and 60s in the forecast today, it's almost hard to believe that yesterday happened. We also have cloudy skies rolling in from offshore. This is all because of a cold front that's moving in, and that's going to bring us some light showers in the forecast throughout this afternoon, too. For the most part, just along our coastline, at least as we kick off this afternoon. Now we head into the evening hours tonight. If you live up in the North Bay, there's a better chance of seeing some light showers sweeping throughout your local communities as early as 7 o'clock, anywhere from Santa Rosa all the way down into the Marin Headlands. Now, that exact same system has the potential of moving its way off into the peninsula and off into the East Bay, but this is by the time most of us are heading to bed and getting ready for our day tomorrow. Now, slick conditions are possible tomorrow morning on the road, so just be very careful, but this amount won't add up too much. I mean, the rainfall totals won't amount to much. We're seeing about 1/100 of an inch of rain locally, anywhere from Napa all the way over in areas like Santa Rosa. We'll keep you updated on those rainfall totals as we head into this afternoon. Back to you.
Some Muni lines are back up and running after being rerouted because of a water main break in San Francisco. This is in the city's Bernal Heights neighborhood. Happened at around 3:30 this morning and took several hours to fix. And some scary moments this morning as one person was able to escape a boat fire in Alameda. This was at the Marina Village Yacht Harbor. The fire started at around 3:30 a.m. 2 boats burned. Firefighters still don't know what caused those fires. Resource officers will soon be back on campuses in Santa Rosa. School leaders just approved a new pilot program to station officers at each of the city's 5 high schools. Last night's 4-2 vote in favor of the plan comes after a string of violent incidents at several high schools. Last month, police say a 15-year-old student stabbed a classmate at Elsie Allen High. And in other separate incidents, students were found with guns and knives. One school board trustee and parent believes that bringing back school resource officers from the police department is a critical step to addressing campus safety concerns.
We've had a few instances where students have used a knife on another student while on school grounds. And that's just a very traumatic situation to have for any of our students.
But not everybody is backing this plan. Opponents say there's a lack of trust between some community members and law enforcement. And one resident says he and others are trying to advocate for more intervention staff or outreach specialists instead of police officers.
They're on the front lines every day. They know these students better than everyone else, and they know the challenges they're facing.
The district and city agreed to discuss and negotiate cost sharing associated with the program. It's going to cost an estimated $1.8 million with an additional $400,000 for equipment startup costs. New age restrictions for e-bikes in the North Bay. Supervisors in Marin County just approved an ordinance involving younger teens. It bans Class 2 e-bikes for riders under the age of 16 in unincorporated parts of the county. This is video provided by one of the community groups opposed to the high-speed rides. This is the kind of bike that allows the rider to reach speeds up to 20 miles per hour without pedaling. Built into the ordinance is also a requirement for all e-bike riders to wear helmets, regardless of how old they are. This move follows a spike in e-bike accidents among 10 to 15-year-olds. The ordinance set to go into effect on July 1st. The VTA and the drivers' union are taking their labor dispute to court today. The transit agency is asking a judge to end the walkout. That hearing is set for 1:30. The strike is now in its third week. The transit agency claims workers broke a no-strike clause, even though their contract has expired. On Sunday, VTA offered a new proposal with an 11% raise over 3 years in exchange for concessions from the union. 83% of voting union members rejected that offer. The city of San Jose plans to start billing people for calling 911. It's a new first responder fee set to begin in 2026, costing $427 per call. The fire chief says the fee aligns with other California fire agencies to address rising emergency medical service demands. Insurance will typically cover the cost. People who are uninsured can apply for reduced or waived fees. The city expects to collect $4 million annually from that program. The regulation requiring serial numbers and background checks for ghost gun kits will stand. It was a 7-2 majority, the Supreme Court ruling in favor of the Biden-era regulation. Ghost guns and mail-order kits allow people to build untraceable weapons at home. Some consider this decision a rare win for gun rights advocates. Earlier this year, Trump signed an order requiring the Attorney General to review gun regulations imposed during the Biden administration. It's not clear at this point how President Donald Trump's administration is going to handle this issue going forward. The Trump administration is denying that any classified information was discussed by the nation's top intelligence officials on an encrypted messaging app called Signal. That chat accidentally included the editor-in-chief of The Atlantic. As Natalie Brand reports, the denial comes after the publication shared nearly the entire exchange in an article this morning.
Top administration officials are trying to downplay this latest article, saying it shows no war plans were sent to this group chat over a commonly used messaging app. But the new details that have been revealed today raise even more questions and concerns among lawmakers who want answers.
There were no sources, methods, locations, or war plans that were shared.
Members of President Trump's national security team returned to Capitol Hill Wednesday, where Democratic lawmakers are calling for accountability as new details emerge about the group chat they were a part of discussing a U.S. strike on Houthi rebels.
Everyone here knows that the Russians or the Chinese could have gotten all of that information, and they could have passed it on to the Houthis, who easily could have repositioned weapons and altered their plans to knock down planes or sink ships.
The Atlantic originally reported their editor-in-chief was inadvertently included in the group chat on Signal, an encrypted but non-government approved messaging app. This morning, The Atlantic published a follow-up showing messages from Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth sent shortly before the strike included the operational timeline and type of aircraft that would be used.
The magazine says it chose to reveal more details as the president and top administration officials insist classified information was not shared.
It wasn't classified information.
Nobody's texting more plans.
There should be an investigation.
CBS News national security contributor Sam Vinograt says typically operational plans about upcoming strikes are always classified.
If it's exploited by a foreign adversary or by a bad actor, that could put U.S. service members in harm's way, and also just gives insights into how the U.S. government is thinking about conducting military operations.
The White House press secretary responded to the New Atlantic article, contending the magazine has conceded these were not war plans, and she called the story a hoax.
House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries has called for Defense Secretary Hegseth to be fired over this incident, and Senator Mark Kelly of Arizona, a veteran himself, has called for Hegseth to resign, saying in a statement, in part, it's fortunate this massive error didn't result in American casualties.
Still ahead here at noon and streaming on CBS News Bay Area. A couple of UC campuses rising in popularity, and they're not the names you might guess. Plus, we are taking you to a new burger spot in Oakland focused on good food and good music. Now they're hoping to bring a much-needed boost to the town. Incoming college students have been making different choices this year, raising the popularity of some UC campuses that in the past have been the least applied to. UC Merced and UC Riverside had the biggest jumps in freshman applications. UC Merced seeing a 50% increase, Riverside with a 22% increase. Admission policy changes might have made a bit of a difference, like waiving application fees and extending application deadlines for students who applied to other UCs. On the flip side, UCLA saw a 1% drop in applications. Well, it is lunchtime, so we want to take you to Oakland's newest burger joint opened by a local food influencer. It is a popular restaurant paying tribute to Bay Area hip-hop culture. Our Itai Hod spoke with the man behind Hyphy Burger.
Darian Fraser knows good food. He spent years eating it, reviewing it,
we are in Paris,
and telling his more than 200,000 followers where to find it. But these days, his best culinary recommendation isn't on his feed. It's right here at the restaurant he owns.
none of us had any restaurant experience, so we didn't know exactly what the outcome was going to be.
Less than a month in, Hyphy Burger isn't just open, it's going dumb, which in Oakland speak is a very good thing.
This is kind of like the slowest it's been, and we kind of needed it, but... This is slow? Yeah.
If you watch MTV, you might be familiar with the term hyphy.
Hyphy, which started in Oakland in the early 2000s, is a lifestyle built on fast beats, loud cars, and even louder personalities.
It's the Bay culture. It's the music, it's the slang, even the airbrushing. This is part of hyphy.
And just like the movement it's named after, this burger joint brings big flavor,
287!
big energy, and a cultural infusion to a city that could use it.
330?
Though crime numbers dropped in 2024, Oakland businesses have been shutting down for years, citing safety concerns and tough economic times. But Fraser and his partners seem to have cracked the code.
So just like this? Yeah.
The secret: smash burgers, a little elbow grease.
Oh, look at that.
And of course, a whole lot of hyphy. Customers like Oakland native Darlene Young are eating it up.
It tastes good, and they need to come out with more burgers.
Proving that sometimes all it takes is a grill, a dream, and working your buns off to flip the script on a city hungry for a comeback.
It's pretty good.
Hyphy Burger is open Tuesday through Saturday. Right now, it is still in its soft opening phase for training. All right, back to our first alert weather, because we have been keeping an eye on the rain on the way. This is a live look at the East Bay from our camera on Mount Diablo. Let's check back in with meteorologist Jessica Birch.
It is a lot cooler for us as we head into this afternoon compared to yesterday's 80s widespread throughout the Bay. Today, we're topping off in the 60s. A cold front's moving its way in from offshore. It's cooling us down. It's bringing in some rain to the forecast and a lot of clouds all around us as we head into this afternoon, too. This afternoon, we're topping off in the low 60s, anywhere from Santa Rosa over into Novato. 70s are still holding on tight to us if you live near Livermore, Fremont. But by the time we make it down into the Santa Clara Valley, mind you, it was just yesterday we were actually breaking records in areas like San Jose, getting close to the 90s. Today, we're in the 60s as we head into the afternoon hours today with these cloudy skies and some light showers in the forecast right around the corner. So let's actually time that out. We head into the afternoon hours today. Along our coastline, we can see some misty conditions, but for the most part, that's not making its way inland just yet. Now, we advance the clock closer to around 3. Notice the North Bay is getting splashed with some light rain in the forecast, nothing too extreme. By 7 o'clock, as many of us are off work and off school, heading home, that's when we start to see just a little bit more substantial rain in the forecast. Starting off along our coastline, moving mostly to the North Bay. This will push through the peninsula, though, just around 9 o'clock, and we'll continue to see light conditions sweep off into the east. Now, in total, That's going to give us about 1/100 of an inch of rain in areas like Redwood City. A little bit more impressive numbers, if anything, closer to our coast near Pacifica and Half Moon Bay. But you'll look just within the next 6 to 10 days, but we're still dealing with wet conditions widespread throughout all of California. But here locally in the next 7 days, we'll see on and off showers in the forecast for us. Widespread throughout the bay, from the north to the south and everywhere in between. So let's actually pull that up now. The next 7 days alone in our inland areas, we're going to see on and off showers from Thursday into Friday, clearing up into Saturday's forecast and right back to rainy conditions into Sunday with cooler temperatures as early as tomorrow. We're still kind of holding on tight to mid-upper 60s in the forecast today in our inland spots. It cools down into the low 60s, upper 50s right around the corner as we head into this weekend and early next week. And that's also the case along the bay, too. Saturday is the day that you're going to want to get out there and get some fresh air with sunnier conditions in the forecast, because once Sunday rolls around, we're right back to rainy conditions to kick off next week.
Well, still ahead, we are looking forward to March Madness making a Bay Area stop. They're just taking a look at Chase Center there, where the NCAA tournament is going to resume tomorrow with a game. Vern Glenn tells us one of the remaining teams is now putting a bigger emphasis on the most important meal of the day.
Kentucky will take on SEC rival Tennessee for the 3rd time this season. Forget about you better eat your Wheaties. Right now, it's more like eat your Weetabix to fuel Big Blue's run.
On Friday, I had 4 pieces of toast for breakfast, and they thought that wasn't enough. So he asked me what I usually eat growing up, and I had something called Weetabix, which is from England. It doesn't taste too bad. Depends how you make it. Oh, you're right. It tastes amazing, but
Amari gave me permission to put some sugar on it. He was nervous. He put 4 packs of sugar. I put 1 because if I put more than 1, Leanne was going to kill me. We will have mandatory team breakfast this week every morning, featuring Weetabix.
All right, you can get to the March Madness action starting at 4 o'clock tomorrow, right here on KPIX. And join Vern Glenn and Matt Lively for game day from Center Court tomorrow at 9. We're going to be right back. Downtown San Jose is going to turn into a rave in a couple of months. DJ Steve Aoki going to perform a free show at a block party hosted by the San Jose Earthquakes. That is happening May 13th in the SoFa District. The celebration leading up to the Quakes match against Miami FC. That's coming up at PayPal Park on May 14th. Lots to look forward to. That is it for the afternoon edition. Remember, we are streaming 24/7 on the free CBS News app. Just click live and then choose Bay Area. Meantime, enjoy your Wednesday afternoon.